Welcome to Math 1150. My name is Beth and I'm the instructor for your course. This is not your traditional math class, it's more of a literacy class, which means we do a lot of writing and interpreting math, not necessarily doing math. I just want to go over a few things for how to find assignments in the course and make sure you have everything you need for a successful semester. First, you will need access to MyStatLab. MyStatLab is the online homework system we use. It includes an e-text, statistical software called StatCrunch, and applets. You can buy access either in the bookstore or online when you first register for access to MyStatLab. There's a 14-day trial you can use to get started. You may also wish to purchase a printed copy of the textbook. First, start by looking through the syllabus and then go to modules. This is where you'll find what you need to work on. In the first module, there's a link that will take you to MyStatLab. Okay, a lot of times you'll see that it's called MyLab and Mastering. It's the same idea. Okay, you can also use this link over here on the left, okay, called MyLab and Mastering, to take you to MyStatLab. Here in a little bit, I'll go over and show you how to register. Okay, and there's also help documents in this first module if you have any help, need any help. Okay. The modules are in order of how you should complete the material. Each chapter starts out with the videos, and they're all labeled by chapter, and the PowerPoint that are used for the videos. The PowerPoints are similar, they're not identical though. And then within each chapter, after you watch the videos, okay, you'll be taking a reading quiz that's going to be completed in MyStatLab. Some of the chapters also have some Stat Talk video assignments. Okay, these are actually optional. Then there's homework over the entire chapter, and that's completed online in MyStatLab. The book homework is typed up and submitted through Canvas. Okay? And then once I grade your homework, you're ready to take the quiz. Okay? And sometimes your quiz is going to be after you've already started the next chapter. The purpose of that is to give me time to actually get your book homework graded. Okay. Now, there's directions on how to submit your book homework. So if I click on the book homework, okay, this is one I've already submitted. So let me go back and click on the book homework 2 that I haven't submitted yet. Go. Okay, so here's the questions that you need to answer. Okay, sometimes I give you extra directions for some of the problems, like for this problem 2.30. Okay, and then I also have some videos if you have problems getting everything uploaded. Okay, so mostly you just need to submit assignment, choose your file that you want to submit. Okay, you're going to need to check the I understand box and then submit assignment. If you notice, there's actually a rubric here that's included also. Mostly that's for me for when I'm grading it. Okay. Now, once you get it submitted, I think it's still running. My internet's slow here at my house. Okay. If you realize that you've made a mistake, there will be a resubmit assignment button that'll appear up here at the top. Okay. If you have a Google account, you actually could type up your documents in Google. So here's your resubmit assignment. Okay, in that case, when you go to the submit assignment, it'll be a tab up here for Google, and I actually have directions here for how to use your Google account. You can also submit it using your OneDrive account that BGSU gives you for free. Okay. If you're using Pages, which is a product for the Macintosh, you're going to make sure you need to convert them because what I have to grade in Canvas will not read Pages for me. Okay, but all those directions are within each assignment here if you have problems. Okay, so next, once I grade it, you can go to your grades. And you'll see here, this is one I've already graded. And if I click on the rubric that shows over here, it actually shows you what you missed your points on. Okay, It's important to go back and look at the rubric so that you don't make mistakes on your quizzes that maybe it was the same mistake you made on your homework, and by reading my comments it would have helped you. During the semester, you're going to have 4 discussions that you actually will need to do. The first one here is just getting to know you. Okay. When you're doing a discussion, make sure you read through the entire discussion of what you need to do. Okay. I also have included a rubric which you can find in the gear icon. Okay, and you can go through and check and make sure that you have everything identified that you need here and within the rubric. Okay, so that way you're sure to get all your points for the discussion. Okay, so now let's go over and look at My Stat Lab. Again, there's 2 ways you can access it. They both will take you to the same place. You can either click on the My Lab and Mastery here, or you can click on My Lab and Mastery over on the left. Okay. So as a student, we'll go to the course home first. Okay. The first thing you do is you get this privacy statement, and you just need to click I accept. Okay. Now, if you've used any My Lab product before, I know there's like My Econ Lab or My Accounting Lab, or there's probably a few others. Okay. You can actually just log in right now with your username and password. Okay. If you have never used a product, you can create your own username and password. If you're not sure if you have an account, you could click here. Okay, so for now, I'm going to have to go in as me because I can't really make an account for the test student that I was. Okay, so I'm going to go in as me to show you what it looks like over there. So once you get over to My Stat Lab, you're going to have all the upcoming assignments, and they're going to be listed here. Okay, if you just click on it, it will take you to the assignment. Okay, for most of the questions, you'll get 2 attempts at the question, okay, and then I'll let you do a similar question 1 time, and you'll get 2 attempts for that question. Okay, so all you need to do is click on a question. If you need help, there's help features here in the question help menu. Okay, and then so you can either view an example. They actually have a calculator. Some of the questions have other help features. If you need to ask me a question about it, just click on the Ask My Instructor question. It'll send me a link to the question that you're working in, but you also can type in any comments or what your actual question is about it in there also, and it'll just send it to me as an email. Okay, now to access your book, you can either click on the e-text or on the chapter contents, either one of them. Okay. So once you get to chapter contents, you can just go to the chapter in the section that you're looking at, okay, and then view the e-text here. Okay, so then your book will open, okay, and from here you can easily navigate either to some other page just by typing in a page number. You can also zoom in and out of the textbook as far as for easy reading. Okay. There's also some clickable features. All right, so if I click here, it should take me to the exercise. Okay, and it gives me some problems to work on. Oops. Okay. Other times you're going to need to make some graphs, and we can use StatCrunch for this. So if I come back over here to the My Stat Lab, go back to the main menu. Here's your link for StatCrunch. Okay. If you're going to want to type in your own data, you want to just visit the StatCrunch website. I'm also going to show you how to use a calculator within here, so then you just view the website. If you're working on a homework problem, you can click on the data sets from your textbook, okay, and then just click on whichever data set that you need to open, and it will actually open the data set with right within StatCrunch. Okay. Within the videos for each chapter, I show you how to use StatCrunch, so I'm not going to spend time doing it now. Okay. Also over here, so if I go back to the course home, there's other help features. Okay. There's a study plan. Study plan just gives you problems to work through. Okay, and it keeps track of how well you're doing, and you get what we call mastery points. This does not count as part of your grade, it's just for extra practice. Okay. If you go to quizzes and tests, there's also some sample tests you can take. Again, these don't count towards your grade. Okay, you can just do them to help you study for test. Okay, all of your tests and quizzes for the class are going to be taken in Canvas. Okay. The reading quizzes, let me go back over here. The reading quizzes and the homework, not the book homework, but the other homework, are done in My Stat Lab. So Chapter 1 reading quiz and this Chapter 1 homework are done in My Stat Lab. So if you notice when I click on it, right, okay, it says and then complete the assignment, Chapter 1 reading quiz in My Stat Lab. Okay, try to always make sure you realize where you're doing it. Okay, versus if you go to like a quiz, or like you already saw the book homework that shows that you're going to submit it. If I go to one of the quizzes, okay, there'll be a take quiz button down here at the bottom that you're going to be doing. Okay, quizzes and tests. Those are the only things that are timed, and you'll see they're here. Okay, there is a time limit on it, and normally I try to set the time limit so you don't really have a lot of time to look things up. So make sure that you are studying for tests and quizzes as if you were taking it in class with no external resources that you can use. Okay. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to send me a message. You can just do that through Canvas using the inbox, which is over here on the left-hand side. Okay. I can also set up a conference with you. I won't be in my office, so if you have my office phone number, don't leave me a message there. It's much better to communicate me with the inbox in Canvas. Okay. Hope you have a good semester.